Hello everybody and welcome back to some more RimWorld. By the way, apparently Apple's in a very good mood, but in this episode, what we're going to do is we're finally going to make the progress that we needed. So, ideally, by the way, the fact that a bridge is here is really awkward. We're going to have to deconstruct that later because I don't think that's blocking any flooding. But the goal for today's episode is we want to make friends with the Green Bee Tolka, which is going to be an extreme challenge, at least for a bit. Luckily, we do, excuse me, have 3 transport pods, of which we can just send them a bunch of goodies, and that'll really, really help our case. If we can mass produce enough flake, that will really, really help out, but yeah. So our goal is to purchase the map piece in this episode, expand our current colony, because man, do we need more storage. We are actually chewing through every single bit of storage that we have, despite the fact that we've already expanded once. So I'm probably just gonna knock down these walls. Actually, I have no reason to knock down these ones, but yeah, I think we're gonna knock down these walls and just kind of expand a little bit more this way. Maybe so that we can have 2 or 3 more of these triple layer racks, because man, do they help with storage. Alternatively, we could make another storage area, but meh, too much effort. Now, I'm guessing, according to the world map, there's no Green Bee Tolka anywhere near us, huh? Yeah, because they're the... Well... they're within flight range, actually, so after we send them enough goodies to get them at least neutral with us, we can fly over and then do some manual trading. So you know what? It's not totally a lost cause. We're not just going to have to send thousands of supplies over there. We can actually fly over there at some point. But we will see. It is still going to take us a little bit of time, regardless of how we want to go about it. So, oh well. The sandbags, by the way, are still doing an absolutely beautiful job at keeping all of the flooding water out of our crops. As funny as this one looks, but either way. So, yeah, basically this is just going to be a mass expansion episode for the most part, and ideally, we are also going to be improving our relations with anyone nearby. Also, the person that we converted in the previous episode has become a dryad, and as we see from the bio, reclusive child scout and a jogger. You're also quite decent at melee, so we have turned Frog into a melee character. Overall, should be pretty good. I do want to assign no social drugs though, because we don't want more addictions if we can help it. Well, would you look at this? An enemy Moyo appears to have crash-landed here. Seeing as you are, in fact, not Undying Will or whatever, I'm gonna try and add you to our ranks. If you don't mind, of course. After all, the forest is quite expansive. There's plenty to be shared. As for power generation, we did just have a discharge not that long ago with a grid excess of 130. So, effectively, we're pretty much perfect as far as the grid excess goes. Apple is overdosing. Okay. That's not ideal. I guess that's a problem with letting her take Yayo. Wanderers, truly. Well, while they deal with that, we are gonna try and recruit you as much as possible, at least. See how that goes, I guess, but... so Apple's not gonna die from that, is she? Actually, you know what? I bet I know why she OD'd. It's because one of her kidneys doesn't work. We're gonna need to fix that somewhat quickly if we can. Bowman, if you'd be so kind as to come trade with these passerbys, maybe they have a spare kidney. They don't, but it would have been nice. Either way, we're currently sitting pretty on 6.6k monies, so we are looking good. As far as our wealth, 276k, very, very good. They want 48 herbal medicine. I mean, I don't really want to help them in this particular case, if I'm honest. We kind of need all our medicine right now. Okay, I think it might be time to add on another windmill. So, we are going to put one right about here. So, let's deconstruct these. Let me make sure that I put that correctly. Yes, sir, we did. Okay. So we're going to have one more windmill. And that should be enough power for basically the rest of time. These need 700 a pop, and that means we are currently in the negative. Not ideal. Let's go ahead and turn these off just for right now. And then we'll deactivate the other one just so it's not built just yet. Actually, one windmill will not be enough. So, debatably, let's not make the other deep thing. Well, that's not good. Okay, well, looks like we have another underground adventure that we need to go undertake. So, let's have everybody immediately start moving over. Apple, you're not a part of this. Go home. Okay, so I did say I wanted to keep this mod on until we actually saw the flesh beasts. They don't look too bad. But I also think that they might be a little too much. So, you know what? I am going to toggle them off, I think, officially. So, hey, we gave it a try. We gave it an honest attempt. But I think it's just a little bit too, yeah.
Now that the dark visions of delirium have faded, we see the beasts for what they truly are.
So, as far as the Moe entity thing goes, I'm kind of torn on it. Because to an extent, as you know, waifu connoisseur right here. On the other hand, it is a little on the further side of things. Like, for example, you could argue that our dryads are more of kind of like a waifu style deal. But, I mean, they are still fitting and kind of realistic. I don't know, I mean, I guess you could argue that, like, oh, they're monsters, you know, they lure you in and then kill you, but I don't know. I don't know. Either way, maybe we'll turn it back on, maybe we won't. We'll see. Now, what I am guaranteed on is that we need to continue firing at all costs. Ooh, they sure are spreading quick. Okay, Clayton doing your thing. Good stuff. Ooh, Natalie, you gotta hit those shots. Okay, Melee is on the way to come help out. Clayton appears to be winning this fight. Okay. Our visitors are not helping at all, but that's fine. Okay, good stuff. Keep going. Melee, come for this one that's trying to get behind us. Ooh, Clayton has taken some big damage. Let's go ahead and start chopping our way into here. Then, Natalie, you are going to start shooting at this. Melee, I want you up at the top, just in case. Because there is a very real chance that we're just randomly going to get a lot more of them. Okay, Clayton, start attacking this before it has a chance to do anything. Natalie, shoot here. Okay, now that it is revealed, keep shooting at the nerve bundle. One more. Good stuff. Okay, we gotta analyze this ASAP. Because the quicker we get this analyzed, the quicker we can kill the heart. Melee's up here. Melee's a just in case, although we will start chewing away at some of this goop. Okay, analysis, 1 out of 3. Only 1 more to go. Natalie, definitely start breaking your way out of there. Okay. Clayton, are you bleeding? A little bit. You know what? Go get healed up. Natalie and Melee should be able to take care of this. Frog doesn't have a weapon or armor, at least not yet. It's still being crafted at the moment. Where is the sword? If I type in sword. This one. Okay, Frog, come get this plasteel sword. Because we are going to need a little bit more help as far as chewing away at this goes. And then once Clayton is all healed up and ready to go, you are going to be rejoining the fight. Natalie, how are you doing? Not currently bleeding because you have all types of bionics, so you are A-okay. Flesh Mass has triggered a violent response, so there's now baddies to worry about. However, they're kind of in a spot that I'm just not worried about them at all in. So, Melee, you come for this one up here before it causes any problems. Ooh, they are trying to go around. Alright, Natalie, start moving down so that you can deal with this attack. Okay, Frog is only in a little bit of danger. Currently swimming, having, you know, no worries at all. Okay, start shooting at this one, Natalie. Apparently it could care tough. Frog has taken notice and is now trying to attack as well. Let's have you come attack here. And Natalie, let's get a bit of distance. Melee! Doing A-okay. Let's go back to chopping at the heart. Okay, Frog. Nope. Frog, go for this one. Then let's shoot at this one. Okay, Natalie move, Frog attack. Okay, good stuff. Natalie, go heal. Frog, you are now on chopping duty. It also appears that this one got free, which is not very cool. Melee, you are going to come down and deal with this while Frog chops at the flesh. Progress is being created. Progress is being made. Oh, looks like Earl, our elephant, has decided to engage first. Melee is on the way, but it is still quite the distance. Earl's probably going to need a little bit of healing. You're not a humanoid, so unfortunately that's not going to do a whole lot. Let's go ahead and just kill this. Then come back up here to chop. Frog, you are just going to keep doing your thing. Whew. So far, so good. We're working on it. Okay, triggers another violent response. Melee, we're just going to have you deal with that. And then Frog, you're going to deal with this one. Ooh, Frog is taking big damage. Okay, you almost got it. Almost got it. One more. Well, that sucks. That is unfortunate. I mean, that, you know, to an extent, expected. Frog didn't have any armor, so at the end of the day, you know, getting stabbed will do that. Traveler's harmed. Well, it wasn't by me, so... They're aggressive to me? What? I didn't summon the flesh beasts? Why do you think it's my fault? That's a little silly. How are we doing? Are we almost healed up? We're still a little bit in pain, but we're doing okay, all things considered. Okay, so apparently the colonists blame us because a bunch of random flesh beasts attack them. Okay. We are still trying to heal up, too, so the fact that we lost Frog is bad for multiple reasons. For one, they were a Neanderthal, so combat would have been amazing, but we just didn't have any spare armor for the moment, so, The flesh is still doing its thing. We're waiting for nerves. We need 2 more nerves, and then we'll be able to kill the heart, but we just haven't quite gotten that yet. Melee is currently the only one capable of attacking. Clayton, you're healed up enough. Come get this plasteel sword. Then Melee, you're going to have to deal with this. Natalie, you're also just going to have to get up and deal with some stuff. Okay, start shooting at this one. Clayton is going for the sword. Melee is currently in a big fight. Okay, good stuff. Let's keep attacking at the flesh. I know we need it to just keep spreading, but man, it does not want to give us any flesh bundles right now. Maybe because we're just chopping away at it. There's also this thing up here, which is causing a bit of a problem. Natalie, let's get you up there. One of our squirrels died. Okay, start shooting at it. Ideally hit it, though. Okay, good stuff. Now, Natalie, you are going to come back over to the flesh and try to deal with it. Melee, let's get you over here just so you can keep dealing with this one. Still a whole lot of nothing. I mean, maybe we're missing something. As far as I know, we could be missing something. Clayton got the sword and then went back to healing. Yeah, that's good enough. Maybe we have to leave it alone for a bit? Either way, it's keeping up its aggressive responses, which is not fantastic. Melee, keep going for the attack. Let's get a shot right here for Natalie. Now, move back. Keep shooting. Good stuff. The power of bionic leg kiting. Melee, come attack this. Natalie, you can keep shooting right here. Okay, apples on the run. Good stuff. Okay. Melee, let's move you in between, then set you to auto. Just does not want to give us those nerve bundles, huh? I guess we just have to leave it alone for a little bit, which I'm really not crazy at the idea of. I guess that's what we have to do, because it's just not playing game with us right now. Fine. Okay, I guess let's just let everybody full heal and let it do its thing for now, then. Aha! New nerve bundle has been spotted. Melee, go get it. Clayton, come deal with this tough spike that appears to have appeared. We do also have some more baddies up here. So, Natalie, it looks like you are getting up and going as well. It is literally trying to block us off completely. Well, you know what? Unfortunately for you, we have claws. And they're ready to go. Okay, Melee, keep chopping your way. Natalie, start shooting at this tough spike. Let's see, any other enemies? They're pretty much all above us, so Clayton, you get to use your jump pack just to move as quickly as possible. Okay, just about there. Okay, Clayton, come here. Natalie, you are on flesh duty. Alright, fine, we have to attack back. Okay, it's dead. Melee, keep going. Truck along. Oh, we also have one of these to worry about. You know what, Clayton? You get to go deal with that. You get the fun part. Then, Melee, you go after the nerve. Natalie, we'll have you analyze it while Melee and Clayton do all the fighting. Okay, let's keep clearing up the flesh since we have a free moment. Okay, Clayton is going for the spitter before it does anything. Okay, it responds aggressively, whatever. Melee, come for this tough spike before it interrupts. Okay, we did get the analysis 2 out of 3, so good enough. Hey, okay, everybody rest until there's a new bundle, and then we will deal with the final bundle. So go get healed momentarily. Good lord, are you gonna spawn a nerve anytime this year? We only need one more. Also, our poor anima tree is just completely encased. Hey. Any moment now, we're still waiting. You know what, Melee, start chopping away. Natalie, come over and help. Apparently, it's not good enough to just wait it out, as I suspected. Natalie, start shooting. Uh-huh. Yeah, whatever, you're responding. Also, Hexlight Relic. You learned that there's something nearby. Oh, cool. Okay, we're in danger. Natalie, you know the deal. Run away. Clayton is in a sad wanderer, so 2 of our fighters are completely out of commission. One being dead, and the other being real sad. Okay, Natalie, come back over here so that you can keep going on the aggressive. Melee, come for this one. Then, let's continue shooting. Apparently, our seal that we randomly adopted has decided it wants to fight. Okay, well, our sea lion has now died because it decided that it wanted to fight, so... Well, I'll tell you what, this is a great way to just die. Have everybody die. Just have a massive heart show up and everybody dies. Can you stop responding and just frickin' make a thing? Please? Like, any day now, preferably? Okay, and there's one down here. Clayton is still in a sad wander, so I guess we're just not gonna safely be able to deal with that. So Melee, same deal. Come down here, try and deal with it. Ooh, has grown a new nerve bundle. Also, there's a spitter basically outside of our range, so that's just great. That's so good. I'm so glad about that. Where are the baddies? They're at the top. Natalie, I know you are injured, but it is time once again to enter the breach. Oh, goodness me. Hey, one of our squirrels died again. Because, hey, may as well just send 1,000 of these flesh beasts to come kill all of our animals. Not a lot to do about it. We can't really control them. Natalie, where are you going? Where are you going? Get over here. Where's that other flesh beast? It's down here trying to attack our elephant. Melee, get your running shoes on because you're going once again. Okay, run through. Run, 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 run. Okay, just about got it. Final nerve bundle is within our grasp. Okay, kill it. Good. Now, analyze it so that we can end this monstrosity. And Melee, start moving over towards the heart. That way you can deal with it as soon as possible. Okay, analysis complete. We can now destroy it by interacting with it directly. So, Melee, do what you gotta do. Cleave your way into it. You were spit on, but whatever. Induce death. And it is now fallen. Issue. Now we have the nucleus to worry about. So we kind of have to put that somewhere. I don't think it escapes, though. Like, as long as we keep it suppressed, I don't think it really goes anywhere, does it? Well, I guess let's hold it over here. May as well. Dalkuro, let's have you capture the flesh mass. That way it's no longer a problem. Is this thing gonna die? Yes, good. Ugh. Now all of this flesh finally goes away. Let's see. Will it escape? Escape interval? Never. Okay, cool. And we are gonna study it because, hey, may as well. Maybe putting it right here wasn't the best idea. But you know what? It keeps it out of the way, and we know exactly where it is. So, meh. Whatever. Hey, goodness. Ringo, the ex-Moyo that crash-landed, is now a part of our loving community. Also, Moyo things, extraordinarily good at most things. So, welcome aboard. You will probably do great. Now, only issue, we still need to make a lot of wealth, and we still need to make a lot of friends. So, we did end up finishing that watermill generator. It is now generating us enough power to where we have a grid excess of 2,600. Overall, very, very nice. Whenever we feel like it, we will be working with the ground-penetrating scanner, and we're also completing a little bit of very basic weapons and armor, because we need them. Speaking of, rifle. It's not done yet. Okay, well, fair enough. I was kind of thinking we could transport some goodies over to the Green Bee Tulka. It's just, it seems a little bit early to do so. So I'm unsure. I'm thinking about it. We might. Relationship. Apparently Dalkuro's mom has just wandered into our home. Berry Maker Dryad. Yeah, makes sense. Well, nice to see you. Hope we'll be seeing you again sometime soon. Some wake up and a steel slag chunk has just dropped into our lovely abode, so we will be taking that. And all of the debris from the flesh mass is now gone. Luckily for us, because boy oh boy, it's a good thing rain cleans it up, because I was not looking forward to having our people just spend like actual IRL hours trying to clean that up, so works for me. Yeah, honestly, I think the best thing to send the Green Bean Toolkit, is just gonna be like Flake, Psychoid, stuff of that nature. It's kind of the easiest stuff we have to produce without being, you know, extremely just out of our reach. And I'm gonna sell these javelins because we have no use for them anymore. This Moyo blood bag we may as well sell as well. I don't actually want to sell them all my Yayo and Psychoid yet. These guys at least. I'll take the components. Nice. 8 components and 57 silver for our trouble. Now, if we wanted to load up some Yayo, how much could we do? We can do all of it, and that basically doesn't take anything. Okay, that's actually perfect. That is very, very good results right there. However, we also don't have anybody nearby that we can actually trade with because everyone on the world map hates us. Which is always quite fun. There's a bunch of working sites and stuff, but yeah, definitely not the world's greatest location. I think we are in range of the Pack of Deltresna, so there is that. But that's kind of it. Our only friends are super, super far away from us, but we can technically get them to bring over a bulk goods trader if we need it. Pods and bugs. Apparently, the Spacer's Nexus is having problems with bugs, and they want us to deal with them. Honestly, for 30 goodwill and a Psylink Neuroformer, I think I'll take that. Yeah, I think we take that. Yep. So they will show up at some point. They'll show up now. So, here's the thing. We get 3 mercenaries, and it is A-okay if they die. So, that's exactly what we're going to use them for. Also, pulse charge munitions is now done. However, something I'm going to work on is I want to work on... if I can find it... hospital bed, yeah! Okay, well, they all have guns, so let's do hold to open. Let's have you open this up.
Bring him on!
They probably got this, right? Old Dalkuro wanting to join the fight. However, I think you are going to sit this one out. We are going to bring Clayton over, though, just in case. Oh no, our expendable troops are dying. Whatever will we do? Oh no. Kyoko also wanting to join the fight. Let's have you just walk right away from that. Clayton, where you at? Well, they did great. They did wonderfully. So, it's time for us to take over. There's quite a few of them, so I guess I understand why they did bad. Okay. Kyoko, let's have you go inside. Dalkuro, let's have you go inside as well. Actually, you know what? Let's use our jump. Okay, now go for this one. I was attempting to cut it off, but it appears that did not go quite as planned. Okay, well, whoever gets to it first, A-okay with me. Now, Melee, you go destroy this hive, and Clayton, you go destroy this one. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and rescue our people. May as well keep them alive. We have no reason not to. Plus, we get all of their food and weapons and stuff, so there is that. Sorry about the weird cut.
It was time for my stepsister's birthday. So,
returning right to where we were, I'm gonna try and heal up the mercenaries because even though they are technically a-okay with dying, I'm wondering if technically healing them up will actually raise our Spacer Trader rep a little tiny bit more. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do. We are also taking these out. And there we go. So we got the 30 rep for the quest. And maybe after healing the dudes up, we'll get a tiny bit more. But most importantly, we also get a Psi-Link Neuroformer, which... basically, it upgrades our Psi-Link. So, technically, the best person to use it on would be Apple, because her Psi-Caster level is currently 23. I think we'll just hold on to it for now. Who knows? Maybe we'll even end up selling it later, but it is certainly an option. And now everybody is getting all nice and cleaned up. We're trying to save all of our mercenary friends. Ah, yes. Life is good. Hopefully Bowman gets to the other ones before they bleed out completely. Oh, someone's in combat? I'm not seeing any red, but apparently someone is in combat. Is it you? No, it's not Solus. Oh, I see him. I see him. There's like a little itty-bitty mega scarab right here. Natalie... Oh, they're healing up really nice. Okie dokie then. Well... Why not? Let's go try and tame the Mega Scarab before he causes any problems. If we could get him on our side, that would be pretty cool. Ah, Kyoko, no! Run, Kyoko, run! The big Mega Scarab. Ah, look how spooky it is. Ah, so scary. Oh, no! Alright, Bowman, you got this. Bowman? You got this. You are going to take a tiny bit of damage, but you've got this. We're going to put you right here, and then... Where's Melee? Melee, where are you at? Oh, you're right in here? Alright, well... We'll have Clayton do it. We don't care about Clayton. You got this. You got this, Bowman. You got this. I know we can't even see the Scarab because of the text box, but you got this. Ooh, offering it Twisted Meat. I like it. A good play. No, 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 no! No! Dokuro! No! Well, that's unfortunate. Not the end of the world, but still unfortunate. Oh, you died. Oh, we're not allowed to heal them anymore. That's why he died. Which means you are also going to die. Huh. Well, we saved one of them. That's got to be worth something. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this a Sally that I know? I think it is. Purple eyes. Baseliner. Beautiful. Sally Quinn. Well, it mostly took my Sally. Well, would you look at that? Small world, eh? Oh, you guys don't have advanced components, really? Ugh. So, I don't know what it is, but nobody is selling advanced components. No one is giving them. I need advanced components, please and thank you. If possible, I would appreciate it. Pretty please. Oh well. So, this is going to be an expensive trade. However, what if I were to, say, give you 30 yayo? That is not nearly enough. You want all of it. Okay. Well, how about I give you our wake up instead, since we're not going to be using that? Not really anything else I want to give you. You don't have any gold. I mean, honestly, I'm okay with giving you all but one of our yayo. And then, yeah, a bunch of ambrosia. Works for me. 5 rep, and we get a whole lot of goodies. Our ambrosia palm is ready to be harvested, so we're gonna do that as soon as possible. How are we doing? 209. Oh, Psycaster. I've never gotten that warning before. A group of tribes people are attacking. They seem to be led by a powerful Psycaster. He is a conflagrator. Oh! Oh, yikes. And he has an Eltex dagger? Oh my god. He is actually a huge threat. Now, they are the dudes that we need to... Yes, Green Bee Tolka. Okay, here's the deal. We don't want to kill them. If we can get away with it, we do not want to kill them. That being said, we don't exactly have a whole lot of psycasting that we can do. I'm trying to see if there's anything at all that we have that would... I mean, Mind Wipe, I guess. I think we just got to attack him. If we can avoid it, I would like to not kill them. However, I don't know how much of an option that's actually going to be. So, you know what? Let's come up here so they are as close as physically possible. I am also trying to get some hospital beds as quickly as physically possible, but, you know, can only move so fast. If we can knock them out and not kill them, that'll be ideal. I don't know how doable that's going to be, but we are certainly going to try. Okay, they are going for our stuff. That's fine. Okay. Clayton, jump for the Psycaster. Natalie, move up just a bit. Okay, Natalie, shoot here. Kind of at a disadvantage, but that's okay. You attack here. Okay. Melee, start attacking the one down here. That way, hopefully, you go into, like, pain shock. Okay, well, the Psycaster is immediately dead, so I guess a excellent plasteel longsword is apparently a little bit too powerful. Good to know. Okay. Schmack. Schmack. They are fleeing. I mean, if they don't attack, actually... Curious if we can pull this off, because if we can nurse them back to health, that is just free rep. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Melee, capture immediately. Go, 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 go. And then don't shoot here. Let this one keep bleeding. Okay, get a little close. Hit him with a melee. Dink. Okay, move away. Natalie's so fast. That is unreal. Okay, do not fire at will. Just keep him busy for now. No, 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 no. Don't shoot. Okay, melee attack. Blink. Oh, no! Natalie's too strong. Natalie, too powerful. Okay, fire at will is back on. Good enough. Well, it's not perfect, but we did manage to capture one of them, so we are going to nurse them back to health immediately if we can. How are you doing? Death in 8 hours? You know what? That is manageable. We can manage that. You won't die on us this day. No, no, no. Not this day you won't. Heal Wombat. We want to improve our relations as much as physically possible.
And there's only one way to do that.
Dryads and gentlemen, I think it's time we make a move. So, Devil Strand, Psyche-Tea, Flake, and Ambrosia. Load it up, because we're gonna make a move. Also, I'm doing something new, because people are always complaining about tattered apparel, so I have it set to where at 51% hit points, they will take off their stuff and then bring it over to this electric smelter to either be smelted, if it's smeltable, or destroyed if it's not. So, ideally, this will settle the whole tattered apparel thing. That does mean that we need to keep up on our apparel, but that's fine. I'm hoping that this helps raise happiness a little bit. It also means that our clothing won't have a bunch of holes in it, which won't, like, make it significantly less effective. So, I guess we'll just see how that goes. Ideally, that's how it goes, but we'll see. We do have a research from the League of Qualium. Never heard of them. And I probably won't be going over there either. Well, as soon as they cross a river, I will be doing some trading, because maybe they have the ever-elusive advanced component. We'll see momentarily, and survey says no. Well, fine. You can have all of our pemmikins. You can have this Eltex dagger that we won't be using. In fact, you can just have all of the stuff that we will not be using. Ooh. Shame that it's been worn, because that probably would have been really, really nice. Yeah, I'll take the 299. Thank you. Oh, selling Eltex. Oh, never mind. I guess we're not gonna sell that dagger. All right. What? Oh. Yippee! Awoken warriors. No, thank you. Now, as soon as we can get this transport pod all ready to go, I am going to launch it to the Green Bee Tolka. We're going to see how badly that hurts our economy, but we're also going to see how much it raises our reputation, because there's a lot of money about to be in here. Let's see. I believe currently we're at like -60 and -68 because we helped one of their people. So it has potential, and I'm just double checking. It is the Green Bee Tolka. So we'll see what happens. Ideally, this doesn't absolutely destroy what income we do have, but here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do these until we have 10. Let's do these until we have 4. What else do we really want? You know what? Make sashes until we have 10 as well. Okay, and I am going to set this to be only Devil Strand. There we go. There we go. That should help us out quite a bit. So, again, my theory is, if we constantly are making more clothing and then getting rid of the clothing that's just tattered and nasty and, like, why would we ever realistically use it? That should help us out quite a bit. At least, I hope so. I do want to do a conversion ritual, too, by the way. It is, a bit of a low chance to go off, but you know what? 54% we make it happen. Natalie taking center stage. Behold, nature is a wondrous and ever-expanding thing, and you should respect it as we do. Well, Wrangle didn't, nope. Nope. Wrangle did not like that one. Another bulk goods trader. Oh my goodness. Now, I am going to go ahead and just let researches Stop for the moment. Bowman, you get to go talk to the bulk goods. Advanced, 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 advanced. 1! Oh! We need 2! Oh, that's so painful! Oh, that's so painful. Ah! Oh, well. I will take all your plasteel. I will take all your gold. Anything else? I mean, I guess I'll take your books. I may as well. And we have so many components. I don't think we really need anything else. You know what, though? Let's make a deal. I am going to give you 1,000 Devil Strand. And that's a new ally. Works for me. So, we now have 2 allies that we can call upon for trading whenever we so wish. One of which being a Moyo and the other being a Spacer. Overall, very, very good stuff. You know, hoping that it all goes well at least. Now, something I did do with Kyoko is I figured it was time that we have a rock and a steel construct. Reason for it is because the rock construct, it will do simple work around the colony tirelessly. Basically, it just kind of helps out. Overall, pretty nice. It says somewhere what it actually does. Like, it carries stuff. It does stuff. It carries stuff. Then we do also have the steel construct, which basically he goes around and makes sure that we are safe. The steel construct debatably is not nearly as useful as the stone construct, but you know what? It's fine. We are still loading this up. We're also getting ready to do a party. Ooh, it's always nice. How much do we still need to load? Well, a lot of Devil Strand, Flake, and Psychite Tea. Alright, well, that was a fast party, by the way. Attended party, +6. Wow. For such a short party, that was really good. We did find a Mechanator complex as well, but as soon as this is ready to go, we're going to send it to the Green Bee Tolka because we want them positive rep as quickly as possible, especially while we still have that +12 ready and going in our appraisal? I don't really know the word that I should use for that, but transport pod is ready. Oh, we need a bit more fuel. 120 ought to do. You know what? Just load it up. Okay, well, once we have enough fuel, we will send it as a gift. It says positive 133, so if that doesn't do it, I don't know what will. Now, let's launch. Allied? Straight up. Enemy now neutral. Interesting. Not good enough. Oh my, it just about went positive though. +65 it says. Wait a minute. Oh, look at that. +65 neutral. Hoo-hoo. Negative 130 from Goodwill though is going to cripple us. However, that does tell us that it is a very real possibility to just raise them straight up to max. So it's manageable. It also means that they're not going to attack us, which is overall I would consider a pretty big win. So let's work on getting some more stuff. And how much did that hurt our wealth? We are down to 304k. Oh, so achievable. Oh my goodness. We can so achieve a new base at this rate. Oh my goodness. I've conceived an idea most ingenious. I'm placing a bunch of marble large steles. Reason being, apparently, they document things that you want them to document. So, let it be known that our story and, you know, a very slow crawl towards the Archonexus will now be forever documented. Also, because we gave a final gift, the Green Bee Tolka now considers us an ally. So I'm kind of hoping just building a bunch of marble steles is going to be enough to throw us over the threshold of of income, but of wealth. And ideally, we're going to be able to move out here soon. Oh, 10 work left. Upsetting. I am also working on a bunch of advanced components. Reason being, I want to make 4 detox lungs and a single detox kidney, because poor Apple still has chemical damage in her kidney, which has not been doing wonderful things for her. So if we can get that replaced before we go, that'd be for the best. And then I am also giving some special lungs to Melee. That way we can actually do the Toxic City and see what those are all about without getting a bunch of, you know, toxic gas, poisoning, instant death. I know it's also going to look a little bit off-center, but I did expand our cooking room a little bit more. The table on the left makes Flake. The table on the right makes Yayo. And the table down here makes all the food and Psychite tea that we could ever want. Ideally. So, wealth is at a nice 306k. We only need 44k more to go, which, you know, we'll get over time. Maybe we can call in some friends and just sell a crap ton of our Devil Strand and stuff. That'd probably be a good way to do it. And then, as you saw, we are, in fact, allied with the Green Bee Tolka. Even though their natural goodwill is minus 130, if we go straight to negative 30, we can just give them a crap ton of flake, immediately bring them back to 75, buy the map, and then boom, we're ready to go. At least in theory. We'll see how that actually goes, but so far that's been exactly how we wanted it, so, you know, there is that. Now, if we could just make our stuff before it's time to go, that would be the most ideal. I do also have it set to where we have 30 components at all times, as well as 6 components at all times. Are we going to need that many? No. But it's still for the best. That way we can get everything nice and built before it's time to leave. So, I've come to a conclusion. I don't think I like the gameplay style that the Archonexus kind of forces you on, which is a very... You don't really get to build up your bases, you just build them up enough to where you're able to sell them and immediately leave. Which isn't my favorite. I really like having just super expansive bases that you can tell a lot of time and effort went into. Like, yeah, we did make a second base in the Sally run, but I don't know. I kind of like making just an absolute giga base instead of constantly having to switch bases and sell them off and everything, which I believe you only have to do in this particular run. So it's not like it's going to be a problem for any other sort of ending you go for, although debatably the Spacer ending might technically fall into that realm just a little bit, but that's more like a mobile base, so We'll say that one only half counts, but either way, this definitely isn't my favorite way to play. Restarting over and over and over is fun for the challenge of it, but I don't think it's fun for, like, a long-term run. So, honestly, after we do it this time, I don't really see myself doing the whole base hopping thing from this point onwards. I guess we'll see. But, yeah, it's certainly not my favorite. If anything, having some kind of ideology that doesn't... Or no. Ideology that likes moving around as much as possible would probably be the way to go if you're going for this ending, because they're gonna be happy all the time. And then when they start getting unhappy, you're already getting ready to move out. So it's like, that's kind of just pure gain. In hindsight, that would have been a perfect idea. But, you know, it just kind of is what it is. I do think our ideology, as far as, like, loving nature, not liking cutting down trees and stuff, I actually think it has been quite the debuff for us, to say very nicely. But, oh well. I mean, hey, we're already getting to the final Archonexus piece, so technically, we're still doing pretty good. Now, this would also probably be significantly harder if we were playing on an even harder difficulty. And, you know, while it is a higher difficulty than the Sally run, I would be hard-pressed to say that it is a massive difficulty. So, you know? That's what I have to say to that. I am also going to work on our space a little bit because I want people to be able to get into our storage a little easier. Oh, leathery stranger. Wonderful. Sinclair. Unknown body purist and disturbing. You have the ability transmute steel. Aha. I suppose you can join us for a bit. I mean, you're not coming with us anyway, so... What? Wow. Wrangle, you're just gonna sleep with a fire blazing in your room? Okay. The leathery stranger stares into space and speaks in a monotone, as though he hardly sees anyone or anything. He insists that he can help. Fine. You may join us for a bit, but here's the thing. You are not allowed to wear anything. Now, I'm gonna make you transmute steel immediately. Dink. Let's see how this works. Oh, he turned it into uranium. 75 steel turned into 75 uranium. Woohoo! Man, I hope that you don't turn evil, because you seem extremely useful. I don't like that, You know what? Hang on. There's one that I have here. You know what? I'm gonna make a visitor one. Let's see. No, I want to rename it to that. Temporary. Alright. You are allowed to wear literally nothing. There you go. Even if you do turn on us, you're not gonna have any ammo. Ooh. Okay, just a ton of chem fuel landed. Sure. Also, Sinclair, you're up. Transmute more steel. Also, ditch the gun. Thank you. Why are you guys doing it here? Oh my god. Oh, you're so lucky that went well, Bowman. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Well, luckily for us, Apple did not get a massive infection or something, but why would you not use the hospital bed? Ah! It has a vital monitor and everything. You just didn't wanna? I don't know. Maybe Apple was more comfortable in her own room. I really couldn't tell you. Also, this, transmute steel thing, the fact that we can use it every, what is it, like 16 hours? No, 20 hours, okay. Every 20 hours, we can convert 75 steel into just something else is, ridiculous. I really hope Sinclair stays on our side because, oh mama, that is some good value. So, you know, we'll just hope for the best. So, I want to like the strangers, and honestly, most of the time they end up fine, but they're so easy to distrust, you know what I mean? They're so easy to distrust. But when they do stuff like that, like just 75 uranium on the spot. Also, pretty sure he made 75 gold, but I can't guarantee that. Either way, that's an insane ability. If we could, like, mass produce that somehow, oh, buddy.
Ooh, how close we are to divinity.
Issue. There appears to be a mechanoid cluster attacking at this very moment. That is not very good for us. So, here's the dealio, Celio. We gotta stop that. So, let's get on the move. Ideally, we should be fine. Extra ideally, I'm debating if we should bring Dalkuro instead of Bowman. So, Bowman, obviously, we raised. However, Dalkuro kind of has the advantage of being a viewer character. So, you know, that's kind of the highest priority when it comes to changing settlements. But we'll see how it goes. Either way, I am getting Dalkuro absolutely ready to be geared up like crazy, so we'll just have to see how that goes, huh? Also, it's Transmute Steel time. Nice. Okie dokie. So, melee. You go for the aura. Clayton, you go for the Cyclops. Natalie, you get the very fun goal. Moving downwards. And then shooting at this. Okay, well, I see that is going extremely well. So, how about this? Let's move into cover so that we can make more use out of it. Oh, the mechanoids hit so hard. Also, 75 steel and a 75 gold. I did see that. Okay, maybe we can get a chain explosion happening over here. Okay, Natalie, shoot at this one. Ooh, Solus is attempting to help out as well. Okay, Clayton, attack this. Ooh, melee is taking some big damage, but that's okay. Both of you attack this one. Okay, melee, go rest. Clayton, come attack this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That could not have gone better if we wanted it to. So, here's the fun part. Deconstruct all that. It's all made out of steel. Sinclair, for as long as he's with us, can turn that into something more useful. How we doing? 308k. Well, it's a slow increase, but it is there. So, we have to send 5 people to work for the Imperium for 17 days. But, if we do it, we get a hand talon, elbow blade, and 764 gold. Yep. That sounds pretty good to me. As for who we're gonna send, I have an idea. I have a pretty good idea. So, we are gonna load up Sinclair, Solus, Clayton, Rangol, and now we choose. Honestly, we'll send Bowman for now. Alright. You guys will be fine. It's only gonna be 17 days. Not even that bad. And we actually immediately get our reward, too. So, It's going to be a little bit of a hard 17 days, but you know what? It's not going to be impossible. We are in such a good position that honestly, we should just be a-okay, although I am curious. Yeah, our wealth has plummeted straight back down to 297k. Yeah, that seems about right. Now, I don't think we're even going to make enough within the 17 days, so whatever we make by, you know, turning stuff into flake, yayo, so on and so forth, that's just pure gain. So, ideally, we should be able to make that up, but I guess we'll see. Now, I'm curious, are we allowed to have an elbow blade if we have a bionic arm? I am not seeing elbow blade unless I am blind. Unless we didn't put it away yet. Detox lung, bionic stomach. Okay, I don't think we're allowed to do it if we have bionic arms. Fair enough.
Well, how do we feel about that? What do we think we could possibly do about such a thing?
Well... Can't really install it on anybody. I mean, we could just give it to Dalkuro. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's make left hand a talon and left arm an elbow blade. Why not? Seems like a pretty good idea to me. I am gonna suspend these until Bowman gets back, but it is something to think about. Well, everything appears to be going quite smoothly indeed. Well, Sinclair seems to have not killed anybody in his absence. Do we trust him? I don't know. What I do trust is the wealth requirement for the Archonexus. It is finally time. Now, before we do anything, we have multiple sets of operations to get done. Many surgeries. Yes, surgeries. So, we're gonna get those done as quickly as possible. Speaking of, what is our wealth at? 327k? Wait, what? That's enough? That feels lower than last time. Was our wealth requirement like 310k? That feels a lot lower than last time. Well, either way, doesn't make a difference to me. All that makes a difference is that we get our upgrades and we are ready to go for the final colony. We do have a lot of surgeries to go through, but as soon as they're all finished, we're going to make sure we have everything ready to go, and then we're going to go. Now, people have not been working on our dryads basically at all, which I'm not super stoked about, but hey, what are you going to do? Melee still needs 2 lungs, and Dalkuro basically needs an entire set. I don't think we have a bionic arm built yet, do we? No. Well, that's fine. Looks like we still have a little bit of time left in this colony, and then we will be off. Bionic heart and bionic arm are the final 2 things that we need to do. So, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. Bowman, go ahead and call our buddies, and hopefully they will have some goodies for us. Let's have a bulk goods trader come. Thank you. Dalkuro, let's have you get that bionic heart installed immediately. Dink. There we go. Hopefully everything goes well. We do have fairly good surgery skills at this point, and we do have a full-blown hospital, vitals monitor and all, so nothing should go wrong. We're even using medicine instead of herbal medicine. I know, impressive. Okay, we're ready to transmute steel once again. Oh, so far so good. Nothing has gone terribly bad so far. Delcuro currently sitting with a bionic eye, elbow blade, and hand talon, and the right arm is going to be a bionic one. So Delcuro is a ranged fighter. However, I have decided that having a little bit of melee just in case is probably not a bad idea. Especially because melee makes it look so easy with all the elbow blades and everything. Boomrat has gotten angry. Natalie, I want you to come deal with that immediately. And now this goes off. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah! Now that right there is a plan made and a plan achieved. Still quite a few more things to go. But it is almost time. And now it is finally time. So, Dalkuro is now fully equipped with a bionic eye, bionic arm, elbow blade, 2 detox lungs, bionic stomach, bionic heart, 2 detoxifier kidneys, 2 bionic legs, and a hand talon to go with the blade. So, ideally, this should be pretty good, giving Dalkuro a melee option as well as the ranged focus. Obviously, we'll see how that goes, but still. Then, for Master Melee, you now have 2 detoxifier lungs. They're a little bit better than regular lungs, which I like. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for the moment. So, what do you say we get that final piece of the map? This is different. The Green Bee Tolka's leader, Huntsman, has given you the last part of the Archonexus map. Using your knowledge of Archotech info encoding, you have decoded the map and pinpointed the location of the Archonexus. Your allies don't expect you to return, so after you go there, they will take over your colony. The Archonexus will likely have mechanoid defenders, so go prepared. Now all that's left is to get to the Archonexus, invoke the power of the Machine God, and find out whether the stories are real. Oh boy, so this is it. Once we go, this is it. Well, that's, that's not entirely reassuring now, is it? So, this is a send everyone kind of mission, huh? Oh. Okay. In that case, I guess we'll just send everybody. And we'll leave Sinclair behind. How's that sound? So unexpected. Kind of thought we were going to need to do another colony, but it seems I was very much wrong. Well, in that case, I'd like to buy all your synth read, because I want Hyperweave. If we're going all in for this, then this is just how it's gotta be. Also, since apparently we don't need to save everything, I'm just gonna sell you all my heart, lung, kidney. I'll also take as much steel as you're willing to give me, and of course, all those components. Thank you very much. You are most happy. Okay. So that kind of puts a spanner in the works. I was really expecting to need a, restart for this. So it's an all-in mission, huh? This is probably gonna suck. Yeah, Hyperweave is suddenly on the table. So, let's get started, shall we? We need a crafting level of 15, though, which literally nobody has. So, that's good. How about Synthreed? Can we make some of that? Yes. Kyoko! You know what? You've always wanted to do it, so let's have you do it. We'll do 1,000. I guess we could just make stuff out of Synthreed, right? Like, max hit points 130%, 94, 26, 90. And then compare that to Devil Strand, 130%, 140, 36, 300. Is Devil Strand better? So, 94, 140. Is Devil Strand just better than Synthreed? What is the point of Synthreed, then?
The time has come. Everyone is going to be equipped with some form of weaponry because our goal is finally within reach.
Ideally, it goes pretty good. Not ideally, it goes bad and we all die. So, let's hope that that option doesn't happen, huh? Now, as soon as Master Melee gets this shield belt on, it's go time. And there it is. Blink. You know what? Okay, Dalkuro's coming to get a weapon right now. Okay. So, here's what we got. Some people are a little bit more well-prepared than others. Obviously, not everybody here is a fighter, but we are bringing the entire squad. So here's what we got. Apple. Full Hyperweave. She is gonna stay in the back line. She is not a fighter. She is merely the communicator for the Archonexus. Master Melee with the Cataphract helmet, which is still, despite everything, kicking. 6.7% though, so this is definitely its final hurrah. Devil Strand, Sash, and Bandolier. Natalie with a charged rifle of excellent quality, Gun Link, and Hyperweave made outfit. Bowman with frag grenades and overall regular tribal gear. Again, not a fighter. Kyoko with basically an identical layout. Dalkuro with an assault rifle and regular armor. Gonna stay very much backline. Solus wearing a uranium plate armor, cataphract helmet, and with a regular assault rifle. Clayton with the most OP layout ever, samurai helmet, locust armor, plasteel longsword, and a shield belt. Before we finish it off with Rangel, who has frag grenades. So, you ready to take the Archonexus?
This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. In 4 days, we will arrive. In 4 days, the forests of the RimWorld will flourish. All of the cybernetics that we've installed thus far removed. Our natural states restored. The world green again.
So, here we go. Now, it says no food, but that is a complete and utter lie. You can see right here, we've got plenty of food. So, let's go, everybody. We also do have plenty of bedrolls, so all of our people should be A-okay. And Sinclair is basically just gonna hold the line because who cares? We're also bringing our Elefante because he should be relatively helpful. And off we go. We are going for the Archonexus. Man, 4 days in game when you're just watching your people walk is a long time. Now, I know what you're thinking. Could we have taken the shuttle and drop potted some people? Maybe? But considering we lose a colony, we would need everything to show up at the exact same time, or else we would lose stuff. So, rather than chance that, I figure, you know, we'll just make the walk, as it were. And here we are. We have arrived at the Archonexus. And there it is. The Archonexus core. Oh, it is guarded by a single... No, it's guarded by a few things. Scyther, Cyclops, a Militor, Pikeman, and, of course, a Roachmaid. That one being the most terrifying. So, everyone, steel yourselves, because here we go. Also, can't help but notice a ton of toxifying generators. Also, significantly more anima trees are just surrounding the Archonexus completely. Literally, it is surrounded by nothing but pollution and anima trees. How interesting. Archonexus core. The central core of an Archonexus. Its broad surfaces are perfectly clean, and they somehow appear both flat and curved at the same time. To most, its purpose seems unknowable. However, some say that this is part of an Archotech itself, and that one who finds it can invoke the power of the machine god. The psychic power it emanates is terrifyingly loud and complex, yet dead silent. It is heard without ears, felt without skin, seen without eyes, known without memory. It is the thoughts of a being from another plane of existence. The perceptions are reflected directly into any human mind who ventures too close, and few can hold on to their humanity for long under such mental pressure. Only the psychically deaf are immune. Well, so be it then. We are unable to do a psychic soothe, but because we are animakin, we can still make this work. So, Apple, you get to do an anima song on this tree. Okay, let's spread out somewhat smartly. Grenades! You are all down here. The Scyther... They're all playing dead? Well, I'm not falling for that, so let's just continue to get into a somewhat defensive position. Everyone with melee weapons being 2. Go ahead and get into position. Everybody rush to where you're going to be. And let's start pushing forward. Very, very slowly. So, about right here. And you two about right here. Okay, as expected, they've woken up. Okay, good thing melee has a shield. Immediately getting pelted by the Roachmaid. But we have a lot of weaponry ourselves. The Scyther basically fell immediately. Clayton, you are going to fly up and deal with this Cyclops. For that reason right there. Melee taking some big damage. Okay, melee, come over here. All 3 gunners. Let's shoot at this Militor. That way it's dealt with. Okay, move up. We don't really mind if Clayton dies even now, but still. There we go. The Archonexus core is now revealed. Oh, it's probably going to turn into some massive boss battle, but you know what? We're ready for it. Nothing stops us now. Apple, invoke the power that we have sought for so terribly long. Here we go. Everyone moves up. Everyone gathers around the Archonexus core.
with the final press of the machine. You've invoked the Archonexus core. The world fills with a blinding light and time seems to slow. These colonists have transcended. Kyoko, Natalie, Master Melee, Dal Kuro, Apple, Rangel, Solus, Bowman, and Clayton. The machine god has noticed you. Nobody can predict what happens next. It may destroy you, or communicate with you directly, or transport your consciousness to another plane of reality. You sense a vast, inhuman structure of infinite fractal complexity flowing into your mind. Time and scale begin to dissolve. It's terrifying. It's beautiful. In memory of Cottonwood, Willow, Spider, Snaz, Rattle, and Frog. Oh wow, we get full-blown end credits for this one. Well, we finally made it. Nobody knows what happened past this point. All that we know is that we made it. So, without further ado, that was the Archonexus run. Is the forest restored? Who knows? Did we all die? Who knows? I guess it's purely up to what you think. Now, I'm gonna voice my complaints about this particular ending. This is absolutely... This has to be the hardest ending in the game. Because you have to go through, 3 or 4 colonies back to back? That's a huge goal. Now, I'm sure some people like to go colony to colony. They like to jump base to base. And for this ending, whether you like it or not, you have to. It is a really good way to sort of break up the formula of gameplay because, yeah, technically, in every save, you could just sit there and eventually get so powerful that nobody ever has a chance to stop you. And this makes it so that you constantly have to be on the move. Though, you are allowed to bring whatever you're wearing. Seeing my mods is really funny. Whatever you're wearing, whatever armor you have, like everything, you're allowed to bring whatever's on you except for weapons, basically. And it's really interesting because with every restart, as it were, you are significantly stronger, which is great. That makes every single other new colony much easier. With the debuff of the Archonexus structure in the center giving you a higher and higher debuff unless you're psychically deaf, which obviously none of us were. If anything, we were quite sensitive. Although the radius of the Archotech structure isn't that big, so unless you're on a really unfortunate map, you can actually avoid the radius pretty easily. I'd say that last map is the only one where it was kind of just in the way, but even still, you saw, we were completely fine for a majority of that last colony. And because I was so in the groove of just constantly going back and forth and back and forth, and like, alright, all we need is this, we just need, this much wealth, our people are worth this much, so we get a kickstart. Yeah. It became easier towards the end, but this is still probably the hardest ending in the game, at least for me, just because it breaks up how you would normally play the game, at least how I would normally play it. But either way, that has been the Archonexus run. It ends on a bit of a odd note, kind of just an instant, you made it, the end. So, is it worth going for this ending as far as just, like, the experience? Not really. That's a lot of work just to have a fade to white into a who knows what happened. But I also don't think that's really the point. At the end of the day, this is a very roleplay heavy game. It is literally called a story generation game. So, I get it's, you know, it's more RP than anything else, but it would be a little nicer to have maybe, like, a cutscene of, like,
maybe this huge towering figure in an infinite space just slowly turning, and then boom, credits. You know what I mean? Just something. Obviously, that's kind of out of the scale of RimWorld, but I don't know. But yeah, overall, I am happy I went for it. It was a nice way to test my own skill, because not only were we on a harder difficulty than the initial playthrough, the whole different colony thing was very jarring to me, and it was great experience. So, yeah, overall, very happy I did it. And I do want to thank all of the viewers who joined me along the way. You all survived! Maybe, sorta. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And next up, we are going to be doing the Moyos in Space playthrough. So let me know if you want a character there, because it's going to be a bit more of a doozy. It's also probably going to be a lot easier, but shipbuilding. Look forward to that. Bye.